So I'm like, yeah, we can start studying. Our first study session was over the phone. And then our second study session was in a library. So I was like, okay, you know, I got a study partner. This is cool. Like, I'm starting to learn the word more, this and that. No, she wasn't Hebrew. Well, she probably was a Hebrew, but she probably didn't know it. But at the time, I didn't even know either, like, about the whole Hebrew Israelite thing. But then our third study session, it was really weird. I was like, okay, it was just me and her, the third study session. And she began talking about what the names were and everything. But the names that she says were like something totally different.
Skin of Mother Nature, busy cities, much alike to a tumor. Too many cells, the residents, the body's polluted. I say Wusa and Aaliyah, the chubby duty, the Jew, the child of Jacob. I know my history, I know we are Moors. There's a universe in her afro. Hold us back though, there's power in the black folk. Well, that's forbidden knowledge. At first they want to keep us separate but equal, but it's not, so we fight against the hatred and evil.
So as you can see, the guy is nuts. Okay, he is not of the Most High. He is not the Most High's son. But I did further research, and I found that there was other people who actually was led astray fully, completely. They ended up going to a church and getting baptized under this guy's name. People's families were being ruined because they actually ended up like going to the church and like giving up all their money and their house and their like everything. So it was really, really crazy. But I wasn't one of them. Thank the Most High for that. But crazy part is like you never know who you're dealing with. So my advice to people who aren't in truth and seeking truth, go before the Father before everything. Don't just lean on your own understanding with things, you know, because with everything that you do, you want to make sure that you go and you pray and you ask, is this your will? Is this your purpose for me? You know? Luckily, I was able to find out that the church that she was going to is in fact a cult. Okay, it was a cult. And as you read in the description, it was all the way in North Korea, how it got here. People were being led astray thinking that this was actually the Hamashiach, which clearly it isn't. And we were warned of false prophets. So all praises to Yah for helping me get out of that situation. Luckily, I was able to change my phone number, delete my Facebook. You know, I didn't really want to have any type of social medias at the time. I wasn't even on Twitter either. So I came back once when I discovered a group, which is better known as IUIC Camp on YouTube. I was actually involved with like the Christian things and watching videos like Pastor Michael, which is an advocate and a gospel preacher. You know, he preaches basically spiritual lessons. And I thought that, you know, wow, this man is a really good pastor. He provided like all the scriptures with what he was saying. So I was literally watching his videos, and then somehow I got involved with Israelites because there was comments on certain YouTube videos in the description or comment section. So I was like, oh, okay. My dad had actually told me when I was like 5 years old that I was a Hebrew Israelite, but I didn't know exactly what he meant. So, and that was so long ago. So when I ran into the Israelites on YouTube, I'm like, oh, my dad told me that that's what I was. You know, that's what my ethnicity was. Because, like, I never said that I was an African-American, like, growing up in school and stuff like that. I always said that I was just black. Because, you know, my dad told me who I was when I was younger. But it was never in the description for ethnicity or nationality. So I just said, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I'm black. Like, come on. Look at me. I'm black. I'm not really black, but I'm brown. So, yeah, I ended up running into IUIC, okay, and their videos were very, like, strict. I'll just use that word.
Blessed at an all-time high. Mama said it's time to get right with God, so she brought me to church. Never thought I would experience this hurt. A man of God is who lied to me first, so I'm supposed to believe in your church where the saints turn thieves. When the pastor use your name to mislead, I don't feel this at all, so I had to walk away from your God just to
Hi, Aaliyah. This is Dion. Happy New Year to you. I sent you a text and you didn't respond, so I'm just calling to make sure that everything is okay. Can you give me a call back? Just give me a call back to make sure that everything is okay. Okay? Thank you. 224.
But that which is good should come out of your mouth. Meaning what? God's laws. Why? Because it edifies the listeners. Go ahead.
That it may minister grace unto the hearers.
That it may minister forgiveness and mercy unto the hearers. That's what the leaders and men and servants of the one true God must do. And if we're not doing it yet, we must practice it. Everybody understand that?
I'm only on Northeast 23rd, y'all. Crazy shit, man. Only our people sometimes. Your own people, man. That's what she's saying. I don't know yet, but whatever they saying, they said it's our own people. There's the Israelites.
Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Israel. Hope. Face warrior. Israel. Swords up.
So after that, you see they had some swords on them, right? And they threw the swords up, cross swords, okay? Just like the Freemasons, okay? Just like the images that I showed y'all in connection with with ISUPK, okay? And the logos of the Freemasons, okay? Now watch the ritual take place now.
Right.
So he takes the sword, okay? He takes the sword and puts it on his left side and his right side, okay? This is a ritual here, but yet this is their wedding feast. Keep that in mind. This is their wedding feast, and they're participating in this ritual here. Why are they doing that? Who could have possibly taught them this? So now let's make a connection to these Freemasons, okay? To these occults, okay? To these same people that they call Esau, and they say, oh, he's the devil, okay? But yet they're doing the same thing as the devil. Watch this.
Look, the authority vested in me, the Grand Prior of the United States of America, the sovereign military order of the Temple of Jerusalem, be thou a knight. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Receive the spurs of the order.
So you see here,
Yahuah will never fail you. Don't know his goodness, let me tell you. Don't fill my life with so much goodness. It ain't nothing like the goodness. Build us a house on these screws. Build us a house on these screws. Then we gon' maintain. Yeah, we tryna maintain.
The enemy on the enemy stole my energy. A lot of people play friend, but really they frenemies. And I be trying to stay charged, but they wanna unplug me. It got me feeling I'm needing some electricity. The enemy on the enemy stole my energy. A lot of people just ain't the way they pretend to be. And I be trying to stay charged, but they wanna unplug me. It got me feeling I'm needing some electricity. And I don't think that you understand what I'm trying to say. I gotta make that 144,000 space. And I be shining so bright, I know that they feel away. The purity of your mind, it can turn they love to hate. Big bullshit, baby, so choosy, don't even look my way. I got my eye on the kingdom and you can't block my faith. I only trust in Yahuah, he never turned on me. I gave my life to the Most High and ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. I gave my life to the Most High and ain't no turning back. There's nothing wrong with that. I gave my life to the Most High.
With that being said, I would like to read Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 through 11. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are those pure in heart, for they shall see Yahuah. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of Yahuah. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they prevail and persecute you, and say all kinds of evil against you, falsely for my sake. Before I end this video, I want to say all praises to the Most High Yah, always and forever. I say that because I went through so much just to get here where I am now. I know that I will continue on progressing as I continue with this journey. I also want to say thank you to everyone that's watching and hearing my story. It's been 1 year now, 1 year, and I'm just so happy and thankful and grateful every single day that he wakes me up, because he does not have to wake us up every morning. You know, that's the gift. He supplies us with all of our needs, and sometimes he blesses us with the things that we want. So keep in mind to be prayerful and stayed up. In his name and protection will always be around you, as long as you're abiding in his word and obeying his commandments and serving him the best way you know how.
Life is a miracle, no blessing. Every trial and test is a lesson. Gotta seek the truth and stop guessing. Ain't got no room for doubts to ask questions. Knowledge is the most powerful weapon. Got a full march, no half stepping. I've learned. Oh, oh, oh. My mama really tried to keep me at the sandwich there, brotherhood. Yeah. And everything they told me that I can't, just show them that I could. Oh, yeah. People always told me I was bad, I was misunderstood. But I admit that I was lost. Click, yeah. Had to learn the hard